there, this is video C6, and we are still working on the fundamental counting principle. And one of the really common questions has got to do with digits and numbers and how many 4-digit numbers and how many odd numbers and even numbers. Really common. So, and I hate to say it, but a little bit confusing at times. I thought I would do, I think there's 2 videos that have to do with number questions, just for practice. The better you get, the easier it's going to be when you write that test or do that hand-in assignment. All right, so important things before you start. This, you already know, watch repetition. Can you repeat the numbers? Can you not repeat the numbers? Very limited. Okay. The other thing is, if it says a 4-digit number, so this to most of us might look like a 4-digit number, but it doesn't count if there's a 0 at the front. A 4-digit number has to be 1, 2, 5, 7, 9, 9, 9, 8, 1, 0, 0, 0. I don't care. Whoopsies, couldn't see that top one. It doesn't matter, but 0, 2, 4, 8, no, that doesn't work. You can't have a 0 in that first spot. Okay, I don't think that matters. In fact, I know it doesn't matter in this video, but it does become really important in the second one. Another thing we need to know, and you should remember this from Math 20, is whether a number is odd or even depends on the last number, the last digit. Okay, so even numbers end with, fill it in, you know, 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, right? They're capital divisible by 2. And odd numbers don't end in those ones. So 1, 2, 5, 7, 9. It's convenient how even numbers end with even numbers and odd numbers end with odd numbers. And one other trick, beware of anything that says less than. There's a question at the bottom here, because if you're looking at, let's say, numbers less than 1,000, most people will look, or say less than 5,000, you'll look at 4-digit numbers, but then you know what, 300 is less than 1,000, then whatever I said, I forgot already, sorry. Okay, I'll show you at the bottom, so just beware. This is one of my, not panic words, but awareness words. Less than, greater than, either. Those are ones that are like something else going on here, but they're not telling me directly, so I better be paying attention. Okay. So choosing from only the digits 1, 2, 4, 5, and 7, and not allowing repetition. Okay, so this is important to know. How many positive? Yeah, when they talk about numbers, they always say positive and integers. So integers just, I guess they should just be saying whole numbers or natural numbers, but the questions always say positive integers. Just so that somebody doesn't get, well, you know, there's another whole set of numbers exactly the same that are all the negatives. No, we just want the positive ones, and we don't want any decimal bits. Here we go. 2-digit integers. Well, 1 digit, first digit, second digit. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 numbers I can choose to begin with. And because it says no repetition, so once I use one of those, I can't use it again. So it's my second number. Exactly. You know what? That also tells me that if I have this big pool of numbers, 20, it'd be better if we could see that. That's all our choices. So we might be able to use the complement later and save us some time. I don't know. All right, now we want our 2 digits. 1, 2. Yeah, use the up here, that whether a number is odd or even depends on the last digit. So we need this is our restriction, we need to fill this one in first. I'm just going to write odd there. So I can end in a 1, I can end in a 5, or I can end in a 7. So that's 3 choices. Now, how many numbers I have to start? Right, there are 5. I've used 1 at the end. That leaves me 4. So there's 12 choices there. Now, if you know that one, see how I did that? It should be pretty easy to do the even 2 integers. Oops. Okay, so there's my restriction. And I can have a 2 or a 4 at the back. So there's 2 different numbers. Let me write 2 or 4. See, this was 1, oops, 5 and 7 I can have there. So I've used up 1 number. And there were 5 to begin with, which leaves me 4. And okay, my brain's getting ahead of me. I said 4. There we go. That gives me 8. Now, or you, maybe you're getting weirded out, maybe not. We can check. We said that our grand total here is 20. This question, odd numbers are 12. Even numbers, we just said, are 8. And you know those are mutually exclusive, right? There's no overlap between odds and evens. And 12 and 8 is 20. Oh. So I did it as a check. You also could have just said, hey, there are 20 2-digit numbers I can make. 12 of them I already figured are odd. You could just go 20 minus 12 and get 8. The different way to do it. Both are equally valid. Do it whatever way you want, but you can always check it the other way. All right, so now I'm running out of room and I should have left 2 more room. Trying to save trees, sorry guys. Even 3-digit integers. Okay, so now we're looking at 3 digits. 1, 2, 3. Okay, actually pause the video. You should be able to do D and E right now because they're not really that different. How's the rest you did? So we need to be even. So from my list, that means I can end in a 2 or a 4. So there's 2 choices. Okay, so there are 5 numbers to start with. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I've used up 1. I've either used the 2 or the 4. So that's going to leave me 4 there. And we can't repeat. So once I've used up that second number, I've got 3 choices left. 4 times 3 is 12, times 2 is 20. Okay, now my brain was panicking because a while ago I said I had 20 choices, but I'm now looking at 3-digit numbers. These ones up there were 2-digit numbers. All right, how about this one with odd 4 digits? 1, 2, 3, 4. You guys got this, right? So we can end in a 1, 5, 7. So there's 3 choices there. We used up 1. There were 5. It's going to be 4, 3, 2. 72 maybe. 4 times 3 times 2 times 3. 72. I made a mess. Sorry. There we go. Okay. So watch that odd and even. Remember, review the restricted part first. Okay, so now we're going to mess around. 3-digit integers greater than 500. So how many blanks? 1, 2, 3. Now it has to be greater than 500. So this time we're actually looking at our front number. So I'm going to do this. 1, 2, 4, 5, 7. Sometimes I'll do this. Whoops. Yeah, it'll be okay. Those are my choices. Now, if I need to be greater than 500, I can't have a number that starts with 1. Right? Like 1, 2, 4. That's not going to work. 1 won't work. 2 won't work. It has to be either the 5 or the 7 in that first spot. So that gives me 2 choices. So let's say I use the 5. Boom, it's gone. Now that leaves me 1, 2, 3, 4 choices. Because after, if we have either a 5 or 7 there, it doesn't matter what comes after it, they're gonna be bigger than 500. 2, 3, 4, and 3. It's the same thing. Let's say I use a 7, it's gone. So 2 times 4 is 8, times 3 is 24. And I'm going to highlight these because somebody's going to look at the answer key and go, how did that work? I feel sorry for people who just look at my answer keys because they're kind of messy and without the video and not 100%. All right, this one is the last one and it's got a star. That means it's tricky. Here we go. Integers less than 400 can be found. Okay, so 400 is a 4-digit number. So 1, 2, no, it's not 3 digits, sorry, 3. I'm going to do that again. 1, 2, 4, 5, 7. All right, so I need it to be less than 400. So you could start with 100, start with 200, but it couldn't start with a 4 because it's supposed to be less than 400. You know what? I'm going to change my question. It'll be changed on yours. I just don't want it to look exactly the same as this one. So it has to be less than 500. Then a 4 would be okay too, right? That's 3 choices. Now I've used up a number. That's going to leave me, I don't know, let's say I use the 1s. They're gone. 1, 2, 3, 4. You already know the deal now. And let's say I used up the 2s. That leaves me 3. 4 times 3 is 12 times 3 is 36. But wait, here, sneaky part. With that less than, what if I told you the number 12? What if I just wrote 12? That's using my digits. Is that less than 500? Yeah, it is, right? So watch for the less than. It's almost always done in cases. So these are my 3-digit numbers. Now I'm going to do the 2 digits. Now, if I have a 2-digit number, I'm going to write them again. 1, 2, 4. And it starts with a 1. So like 12. That's less. It starts with a 2. So say 25. That works. But you know what? Even 5 or how about 75? That it doesn't matter what that first digit is this time. Any of those numbers are going to work because any 2-digit number is less than 500. Guaranteed. I don't care what you start it with. So you're going to have 5 choices. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you're going to use up 1. You're going to have 4. But wait. There's more. Because you know what? If you can have 3-digit numbers, 2-digit numbers, you can also have exactly a 1-digit number. 1 blank. 1, 2, 4. There are 5 choices. So on this specific question, we're going to go, yeah. No. Good for you, Joanne. You have 3 different numbers. What am I supposed to do with it? Well, I can't have a number that's 3 digits, 2 digits at the same time, right? If I write this number, you forget the question for a second. You know that's 3 digits, right? If I write 3, you know that's 1 digit. You can't, you're not like, well, I'm not sure, Joanne. I don't know if that's a 3-digit number or a 2-digit or a 1-digit number. Of course, you know the difference. They can't be both. Right? It's one or the other. Well, when you've got those mutually exclusive cases, one or the other, or in this case, or the other, then you're going to add them. So my final answer is 36 plus 20 plus 5. Whoops. I just got 11 for an answer now. That's not right. 36 plus 20 plus 5. 61. Integers less than 500 can be formed from those digits up there. Okay, that is enough for now. Feel free to rewatch the video, try them on your own, or take a look. You can try the next page, but be careful. Make sure you remember this rule. You can't have a 0 at the beginning. So when you do this first one, make sure you can't put a 0 in that first spot. But more importantly, this is the end of video number 6 on counting.